I want to share something with you that a close friend of mine experienced recently. She went to visit her grandfather this summer. He's 92, and when she walked in, she was not prepared for what she saw. His hands, his fingers, his feet, he could barely move them. They thought that maybe he had a stroke. They did blood work, nothing conclusive, and now he's going back and forth to rehab. And nobody can fully explain what happened. And she called me and she said, what did I miss? What should I have been looking for? And most importantly, what do families like yours need to know before that moment catches you off guard too? That's what today is about. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We talk about real things that matter for families navigating the care of an aging loved one. You're going to want to be here for what's next. At New Wave Home Care, our mission is to make sure older adults feel seen, supported, and valued. And that starts with the people who love them the most. If you're visiting mom and dad this summer, this video is for you. Here's the thing about summer visits. You haven't seen them in months. You've been on the phone, sure, maybe FaceTime, but the phone hides things. The body doesn't. When you walk through that door this summer, you're going to see your parent or grandparent with fresh eyes. That's actually a gift because the people who see them every day stop noticing the gradual changes. You will notice. Now the question is, do you know what to look for? Let's go through it. Start with how they move. Are they slower than the last time you saw them? Are they shuffling instead of stepping, grabbing the wall or the furniture as they walk through a room? With my friend's grandfather, the change was in his hands and his feet. He could barely hold a spoon. He can barely grip his walker. And his walker, it slides forward on him sometimes. He loses his balance, and every time that happens, the family holds their breath. Here's what makes that detail so heartbreaking. This man has been keeping score for his card club for over 40 years. Every week, same table, same friends, tallying up the numbers on his own handwriting. And now he can't write legibly. Something he has done his whole life without thinking is suddenly gone. That's what mobility loss looks like up close. It's not just the big things, it's the small, everyday things that made him him. So when you visit, look at their hands. Grip strength is one of the earliest indicators of overall physical decline. If they can't open a jar, button up a shirt, hold the fork steadily, or write the way they always have, pay attention. Look at their weight. Has there been a noticeable change either way? Sudden weight loss can signal depression, illness, or that they're simply not cooking for themselves anymore. Look at their hygiene. This one feels personal to bring up, but it matters. Hair, nails, clothing. Are they keeping up with themselves the way they used to? A change here often signals something deeper going on. And look for bruising. If you see unexplained marks, ask about them. A lot of older adults won't tell you about a fall because they don't want to worry you, or because they're afraid of what that means. Physical changes are easier to spot. The cognitive and emotional ones, those are the ones that sneak up on you. Are they repeating the same story within the same conversation? Are they confused about what day it is, what month it is, who came to visit last week? Are they withdrawing? My friend's grandfather, he's funny, sharp as a tack in so many ways, but when something that they have done for decades suddenly becomes impossible, watch how they respond emotionally to that loss. Are they frustrated, defeated, pretending it doesn't bother them? Pay attention to their mood, irritability that wasn't there before, anxiety, the sadness that they're trying to cover up. Isolation is one of the most dangerous things for older adults, and it often goes completely unseen. Ask them directly how they're doing, but watch how they answer. A lot of elders will say, "I'm fine," because they don't want to be a burden. Your job is to read between the lines. This is exactly the kind of thing our team at New Wave Home Care sees every day. Families come to us after a visit like this, shaken, unsure of what to do next. And the first thing we'll tell them is you're not alone and there are options. Let's keep going. While you're there, do a quiet walkthrough of the house. You're not expecting it. You're paying attention. The kitchen, is it being used? Open the fridge. Is there fresh food? Are there expired items piling up? If they're not cooking, they may not be eating. And that matters enormously. The mail, is it stacking up? Are there unpaid bills sitting around? This can signal cognitive decline or that they're simply overwhelmed trying to manage on their own. The stairs. This one hits close to home for someone I know. Her grandfather has to go upstairs to use the bathroom. He has a stair lift. But when you can barely move your hands and feet, operating a stair lift becomes its own challenge. And when he has to go, he has to go. There's no waiting. The family is now looking at converting a downstairs room into a bedroom and adding a bathroom solution on the first floor, because one more fall on those stairs could be catastrophic. If your loved one's home has stairs between them and the bathroom, that needs a plan. The bathroom itself, are there grab bars? Is the floor dry or non-slip? Is the path from the bedroom to the bathroom clear at night? Their medications, are they taking them correctly? Are bottles overflowing because they've stopped? Medication mismanagement is one of the leading causes of hospitalization in older adults. I want to say something that doesn't get said enough. Most families are not in a position to provide round-the-clock care on their own. They shouldn't have to be. My friend's grandfather has care being split between his siblings. They're rotating, they're showing up, they're doing their absolute best, and in-home care nurses are coming in to help with this physical therapy. That combination, family support plus professional care, is exactly what makes aging at home sustainable. It requires coordination, it requires communication, and it requires everyone being honest about what they can and cannot carry. If you're visiting this summer and you're realizing the current setup isn't working, that is not a failure. That is information, and there is help available. So you notice things. Now what? First, don't panic in front of them. Your reaction sets a tone. Come from a place of love, not alarm. Try something like, I really love being here with you, and I just want to make sure you have everything you need. Can we talk about a few things I noticed? Lead with curiosity, not conclusions. Ask questions. Listen more than you speak. And if what you're seeing feels beyond what a single conversation can address, involve their doctor. You can call ahead before the visit and share your concerns. Ask for a wellness check. You don't have to figure this out alone. Before you leave, and this is important, do not leave without a plan, even a small one. A follow-up call schedule, a doctor's appointment booked, a conversation started with a sibling or a family member. Here's the reality a lot of families are wrestling with right now. Putting a loved one in a facility feels like giving up. And for a lot of families, it's also not affordable. A quality memory care or assisted living facility can run anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000 a month or more. That is not realistic for most people. Staying home without support isn't safe either. That is the gap that professional in-home care fills. It's not about taking over. It's about being there for the moments that matter and for the moments that are dangerous. The bathroom trip at 2 a.m., the meal that doesn't get made, the medication that gets missed, the physical therapy session that needs a professional to guide it. At New Wave Home Care, that is what we do. We help older adults stay at home safely, with dignity, with support, and we help families breathe a little easier knowing someone is there. You came for a summer visit. Maybe you came expecting things to be the same as last year. And maybe, like my friend, you walked away knowing something had to change. That man who spent 40 years tallying up scores for his car club deserves to keep his independence, his dignity, and his routine for as long as possible. And so does yours. That moment of clarity you get from a summer visit, it's not something to be afraid of, something to act on. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs to see it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out content every week to help families like yours navigate these moments with more confidence and less fear. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you noticed on your last visit or what questions you're sitting with. I read everyone. And if you're ready to talk about what support might look like for your family, reach out to us at New Wave Home Care. The link is in the description. We'll see you in the next one.